Alright, welcome back. In this next video, dubbing and subbing part 2, we're just going to go over resume follow-up emails, and as well as a quick overview of the resume formatting basics. Alright, so resume follow-up emails, right? Part of what we have to do, because we can't actually add things to the resume, is we're going to make suggestions for the candidates to do that. So what you're going to want ultimately do is create a template that you're going to save again in your quick parts that you'll be able to send out. But we're going to, for the sake of training, go over how to create one of those videos. Alright. Alright, so we're just going to open up a new email here, replying to Jessica Harris. Alright. Okay, so a couple of things, right? If we look at her, if we bring up the formatted resume that we've been working on, so even if it's not completely finished, right, what you're going to want to do, if you've made some adjustments, is you're going to go ahead and save this into the formatted, okay? So you're going to go to File, Save As. Alright, you're going to go to the Dropbox, double-click, BCM Candidates, CVs, Formatted, alright? And then here, instead of BCM Template, obviously we're going to, same thing, Jessica, and then Harris. First, last name, nothing else, boom, saved. Alright, so that changes that up here. And now we have our formatted version, which is great. Okay, let's bring this back up. Okay, so again, some of the key things we're going to want is a summary, as we covered in the last video. So, response vector, hi Jessica. Here are some of the suggestions I have for strengthening your resume. Okay, so assuming that we know what they're looking for, right? And this is a process improvement role, which you'll be familiar with from some of the previous videos. But let's look at her first experience. So one key thing to remember, we want their most relevant experience to show up in the beginning page of the resume for a couple of reasons. One, the first thing HR is going to see, and we want to make sure that they understand from the get-go that this person is somebody that's relevant. So if we look at her experience, right, at ZS Associates, consultants, right? Okay, so looking here, gaining management team, developing strategy on process improvement for channel management. All right, so it's a little bit ambiguous. Lead consultant role, animal health company. Okay, we're not interested in health, anything that has to do with animals. Medical product sales, not interested. Pharmaceutical company, not interested. Everything on here really is not relevant to the role. Okay, so a couple of things. One, we'll start with summary. Start from the top, right? Typical what you'll say here is you'll make bullet points. You can word things a little bit differently, but go ahead and write summary. Okay. If they don't have one, let's say let's add a summary section giving an overview of your experience as it relates to this position. Alright, so part of what we'll do in this email as well, if we haven't already, or just in addition, even if you have already, we're going to go ahead and we're going to send a copy of what we have of the job description for that person, making sure that we've taken out the name Accenture and some of those details in it as well. So instead of date modifier, let's go to name. Alright, this is looking a bit different. So anyways, we're going to find that. So let's go ahead and attach insurance consultant. Alright, so she'll have all this information here in terms of what they're looking for. So she'll be able to take a look at this to reference in terms of building out her resume. So let's add a summary section or your overview of your experience as it relates to the this position or to the job description. Okay, boom. It's as simple as that. Also can see example in excerpt. Okay. So another thing that you want to add is two things, right? So the job description in of itself, what you're also going to have are descriptions, excerpts of other people's resumes that you've pulled out, taking their names out, obviously, taking some of the information out, but we have one for insurance. And insurance consultant. That's actually the position. Okay, life consultant. Bear with me here. I'm going to try to see if I can do this to be name. There we go. Sorry for the wait. Okay, let's go down. So, life insurance resume excerpt. Boom. This is an example of somebody's resume who is in process right now. We have formatted. We have had them make changes, and they've gotten an interview. Boom. So that's going to be a good thing to send them. For this role, we have it titled as process improvement excerpt. Right? There's two of them. Here's one right here. All right. See in the AM. All right. And so we're going to want to send this. Okay. So as you can see, it's highlighted in certain of the keywords: process improvement, policy administration and billing, process improvement, technology-based processes, billing, okay, policy administration and billing, policy administration, process. So it gives them an idea of not only are they bringing up some of the keywords, but it shows them how frequent they're using some of the keywords, right? So that's going to be good. Actually, for this though, here's another example of a resume. Somebody in process, right? As you can see, Chartist. So this is where she also worked. So it's going to be a little bit more relevant to her. AIG. It's also where she worked. All right. So property and casualty insurance, process improvement, design and processes, process improvement, underwriting, process, operating model design, process manager. Boom. All right. All that stuff highlighted for her, smack her in the face so you can see that. Let's add that there. See example in the excerpt. Let's go back and see if there actually is a summary in this excerpt. There's not. No problem. Let's just go ahead to somebody that we know that does have one. Mr. Sir William Hennis. Okay. Dropbox. Boom. So these videos are a bit longer, but still going to be good to see how long it does take sometimes to put these things together. All right. So William Hennis, thank you very much. He actually may also not have a summary. He does. Okay. Boom. All right. Control copy. All right. Just go ahead and stick that in there for boom summary. Don't worry about the formatting. Not a big deal, right? Control save. All right. X out of that. Minimize that. We're going to delete this and then reattach it with the now new updated version. Process improvement. Where did you go? Second process improvement. Okay, it's just not having what we want up. Okay, so we put it in the wrong excerpt. Alright, let's try that again. Sorry for the wait again. Let's cancel out of this. Alright, so this is what sometimes can take up the time, right? Making sure all the details are in. But we want to get this right because it's going to be worth it in the end. Process improvement, resume excerpt. Okay, let's go ahead and pull that up. Okay, so let's try that again. Again, let's go to William Hennis. Let's pull up his resume. Summary. Control copy. Minimize that. Control paste. Alright. Let's make sure it's one page still, so save. Let's just make sure that saves. Hope that worked this time. See if we can attach it. We have an updated version. Process improvement. There's the summary. Good to go. Insert. Boom. She has that now. Okay. Delete that. Minimize this. Alright. Boom. So, first thing, then move on to the next stuff, right? So, this kind of stuff. Okay, the summary is going to be capitalized. Boom. Professional experience is also going to be capitalized. Boom. Alright, so what we're going to do here, right, because a lot of this is not relevant. Thank you very much. Let's just delete that. I'm just going to take that out. It's a global pharmaceutical, blah, blah. Actually, yeah, thanks, but no thanks. That's going to be deleted too. Delete all day. Boom. Bringing up her Chartist experience. That is going to be relevant. So a general email to her. Right? Let's see if we can. I want to bring this over. You want ultimately to get it so that this is all aligned the same way, which just takes a while. We won't go through all those details, but you'll have to mess around with this type of stuff. All right, which is kind of a pain. honestly. Okay, it just really is. But you know, we will save the time in the video to not go over that. All right, but so the next key point is usually going to be professional experience. Okay. Any suggestions? So typical things you'll see here, right? You'll see. Um, let's add some more bullet points. Um, under your AIG/Chartis experience, highlighting let's add some more bullet points under your AIG/Chartis experience, focusing on some of the key areas, and then tell her what those are, right? Process improvement, underwriting, property and casualty insurance. Alright, so this is taking a bit of time, right? But that's what you're going to do. You're going to go through, you are going to delete things that aren't relevant. You're going to make suggestions specific to what area you want her to write in. And also, you know, say, look, we want more bullet points, and tell her what keywords we want in there. And again, we'll say example and excerpt, because we have that there, so she can get an idea. And then you're going to send that her way. If there's anything else you wanted to bring out, other things that are typical, we'll say areas of expertise. We'll ask her to add some of those areas as it relates to some of the key components. Okay, so that's how you'll do that, and of course you'll shape this up a bit more. Let's go ahead and look at some examples of finished ones for the sake of time. All right, let's go to sent. Some people I know I've sent this type of stuff to recently. Let's go ahead and look at Anna. Okay, let's look at all stuff sent to Anna. Alright, let's go down here, some attachments. Boom! Here's an example, right? Hi Anna, here are my thoughts on modifications for your resume. Summary, let's rewrite your resume, giving a summary regarding your experience as it relates to the role. See attached. Summary bullets. Okay, let's add/change some of your bullet points under summary section, focusing on some of the key areas that they're looking for below. Experience. The big things we'll need to pull out of your experience will be the policy administration, billing, claims experience, and your process improvement work as it relates to these things. So changing/adding bullet points relevant would be good. If there are a couple of projects in particular you've worked on, we could create a key project section under your endpoint to highlight, but not 100% critical. In general, these are areas we wanted to see: property and casualty, building, policy administration, claims, process improvement related. So give her these key things so that she can put these in her resume as much as possible. Attach a couple of things for you to look at. Let me know your thoughts, right? Boom. Up here we have what? Her formatted resume. For her to work off of, with some highlighted areas for her to build out. We have the insurance consulting job description for her. We have the two different resumes of process improvement for her. Okay, so from there, let's go ahead and look at the start to finish in terms of her resumes. Okay, so we'll come up here. Anna. Alright, that's going to be formatted, so this is going to be your final copy. But let's also look at her original. Okay, let's go to BCM Candidates Original. Let's type in Anna as well. Lighter. Okay, so this is going to be real brief, and we'll end this video here. Boom, so look at her first resume, right? Normal stuff, tons of information here. Endpoint, business analyst, blah, 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 blah. Doesn't have her current role on there. Okay, compare and contrast, right? She has her new role on here. Summary. She has general bullet points here. They're very specific. There's less of them. Some of those keywords, claims and billing. Her experience here is directly related to the role. Okay. A few more seconds of looking at this. Look at the key differences here. in the bullet points. I took out roles, bullet points that weren't relevant, had her stick in ones that were, and so that gives you an idea of